Hi, I thought I'd do a quick video on my local speech, dialect, language. You tell me what you think at the end. So it's typically called Llanito, Gibraltarian. Some people think it's Spanglish because we use English and Spanish. However, we do mix like words from other languages or made up locally, or it might be a word in English but badly said in Spanish, which I'll give you some examples, like chewing gum, right? It's chewing gum. It's Spanish trying to say English word in Spanish, no, just badly in English. We have other words like pilas. We don't say pilas, which is battery, right? It's called pilas and baterias. Pilas are the small, like AA batteries, and bateria in Spanish is like car battery. Well, we tend to say baterias for everything. La batería del coche, car battery, batería del mando, battery for the controller. There's certain words like which is more like a grammar structure. For example, turn the light switch on, hit the light, darle a la luz, enciende la luz. We don't say interruptor, which I actually learned when I was doing my GCSE Spanish at 16. So go figure, right? I've been raised here in gym, I was bilingual, and I don't know like a day-to-day word. That's something that happens, and it's a big drawback from being like a mixed bilingual because you learn the words you use, no, and the way you speak locally, right? And because it's a mixed language, well, you do have gaps in both. Now that I'm older, more experienced, I've filled those gaps not on purpose, but they still happen, no, because lack of practice, or because you're stuck in thinking one way and you're like, oh yeah, no. Uh, but downside of being like a natural bilingual, you could say. No, if you learn second, third, fourth, fifth language, like on purposely, you learn the proper words, right? And then you try to speak a native output. You go like backwards. You learn to speak native and then proper. So yeah, there's the upside of two languages, downside that you need to work on it. So yeah, I mean, also it means it's hard to use one language only. So like when I went to UK for the first time for 2 weeks, it was hard to use the one language, English. I would like swap to Spanish or have to like think and say, okay, what do I want to say? How do I say in English? It felt like knowing one language and having to be using a second language I'm not proficient in, you know. But I've grown, I've become more accustomed to using one language over the other, like I'm doing now. So yeah, it's just something that happens as you grow up, or you know, when you grow up here, and you develop a certain way, and then you have to adapt, or improve and learn and develop a bit different. Like any other language, we say this is a bit special. Mm. It's with two mixing and then expanding. It's a bit weird. That's why I don't think it's Spanglish. No, Spanglish it's more you know English and you know Spanish, but use both. This is more like its own language that has both in them. So like I said, let me know what you think. No? This is why I'm doing this video. It's interesting, I think, and to see what people think outside from Jib. Let me see my list. I think that's pretty much it. Now what I thought is I'll do a little monologue so you can hear more or less like me talking naturally with someone else. No? So for example, I'm off work, so when I go back, people will ask me what I've been up to. So let's go with something like, pues mira, no mucho, ¿no? I've been relaxing mucho this last week, pero los primeros 2 weeks I took the opportunity de hacer cosas que normalmente no se puedo o es difícil hacer, ¿no? Durante horas de trabajo, por ejemplo, he llevado la moto a que me lo miren, he llamado a que vengan a arreglarme los blinds, ¿no? Y simplemente pues, con el spare time he hecho más de lo mismo, ¿no? More exercise, more lessons, different hours, ¿no? Que no es más cómodo, ¿no? Y simplemente no tener que estar tan busy con trabajo, hacer esto, lo otro. Entonces, levanto, hago una cosa y pues la otra. Y relax, ¿no? No tan busy, ¿no? Y eso, o sea, vida de retirado. But I think that's it. No? Let me know what you think.